So everyone is saying that the job market is absolutely terrible right now, between all the layoffs, the AI just replacing jobs, and the hiring freezes. But here's the truth no one is talking about. This might really be the best job market in years if you're blue collar. And I'm going to prove it with real data. But first, let's be real. Things have slowed down. The overall job market cooled off big time in 2025. Hiring slowed, unemployment ticked up, and companies pretty much just got cautious. But here's the key. Not all jobs are being hit or affected equally. So the 2026 job market isn't just good or bad, it's really dividing. White collar office type jobs, they're definitely slowing down hiring for those. But jobs tied to real world skills, the infrastructure and essential services, they're still in high demand. So this is where it gets pretty interesting. So right now, today in 2026, the United States just doesn't have enough skilled workers available. So just in construction alone, we're lacking about 350,000 workers just to keep up. And that number of 350,000 workers needed, that's not growth. That's just to stay even. So think about that. Companies are basically competing over people like you and I. And it's not just construction. It's manufacturing, transportation, utilities. All those are facing major shortages because older workers are retiring, especially since the stock market has been so good the past 5 years. Fewer young people went into trades. They were pushed through college like most of us were at one point in time. And demand just hasn't slowed down. So now let's talk money. And this is where blue collar jobs are quietly winning. So wages in skilled trades are obviously rising. Some people are seeing 5 to 10% raises year over year. I know the shipyard on the Gulf Coast down here got a 1 year 18% raise, which is huge. It's not going to happen every year, but that's big for those guys and girls. And the overtime is everywhere because they can't pay enough people. They can't hire enough people, right? So they have to staff the jobs anyway. So they use their current employees, pay them overtime to keep the plant, to keep the building being constructed, whatever it is. So the six-figure potential is absolutely possible with most blue-collar jobs in 2026. But here's something crazy. Trade workers actually had lower unemployment than college grads last year in 2025. For decades, that's really never happened, but we're starting to see a shift in the jobs market. So obviously, we're still hearing that AI is going to take all our jobs, and that is true for some industries, right? The entry-level office-type work that's repetitive, computer-based, working on spreadsheets all day, that can easily be replaced with AI. A lot of white collar jobs as well. They're finding out they don't need to pay these guys and girls $200,000-$300,000 to manage these small companies. But guess what AI can't do? It can't repair a pump. It can't wire a house. It can't build a foundation for your home or fix your plumbing, or at this point run a refinery, even though that may be coming. And ironically, AI is actually increasing demand for blue collar workers. And that's because every data center, every factory and infrastructure project needs electrician, HVAC techs, welders, even operators at some of these facilities. There's a growing shortage of electricians needed to build the AI infrastructure that is required to implement this technology across the country. So this shift to blue collar workers has already started happening. People are starting to notice more young people are ditching the college path after high school and going into trades such as welding, becoming an electrician, etc. There's been a big rise in the interest in trade jobs, especially with Gen Z. And honestly, it makes sense, right? It's less debt, no student loans for the most part. Faster income, they're able to work much faster than the 4-year college route. They can get in and out of these trade schools in as little as a year, honestly. It's real skills that you can apply to multiple industries. And it's job security, right? The unemployment rate for blue collar workers is much lower than say an accounting degree or a lawyer even. So I said all that to say this is a huge opportunity. So here's the big picture. This isn't just a good moment. This is a structural shift. Blue collar work is becoming the backbone of the United States economy again, much like the Industrial Revolution. Even with the economy slowing down, like we've seen here recently, especially in 2026 with the Iran conflict, the shortage in skilled trades is not going away anytime soon. So here's the big picture. This isn't just a good moment for blue collar workers. I don't see this going away anytime soon. This is more of a structural shift, getting away from the normal college graduates into a blue collar trade job, and those guys and girls aren't being looked down upon because they're welders or climbing in an attic wiring a house. Blue collar work is becoming the backbone of the American economy again. Even with the economy slowing down, especially with the Iran conflict here recently, the shortage in skilled trades is not going away anytime soon. And of course, when supply is low of something, the demand is high, which means you win, you're going to get paid more because you're in demand. So if you're in a trade right now, you're in one of the best positions you can be as far as the job market goes. You have great job security, you're probably making a good paycheck, and your job is somewhat flexible. You can move state to state around the country and still find work in most areas. But if you're not involved in the trade and you're kind of struggling financially, you might want to rethink what success actually looks like, because the people building, fixing, and running this country behind the scenes, they're the ones that are quietly getting rich. So I appreciate you watching the video, and I'll see you again next Sunday.